Equality. Everyone talks about it. It's a word that gets thrown around in conversations, headlines, and debates. But what does it actually mean in practice? News, social media, politics, it's everywhere. The conversation never seems to stop, and everyone has an opinion. The idea is simple: everyone gets the same shot, regardless of gender or background. It's about making sure no one is left out or left behind. In theory, it's about fairness and leveling the playing field. It's about giving everyone a fair chance to succeed, no matter where they start. But when it comes to responsibilities, especially the tough, dangerous ones, the conversation gets quiet. Suddenly, equality isn't as popular a topic. We celebrate equal pay and representation, but ignore equal burdens. The hard parts of equality are often left out of the spotlight. We want the perks of equality, the recognition and the rewards, but not always the costs. The sacrifices and risks are often overlooked or avoided. Are we really after equality, or just a more comfortable version of the old world? Are we willing to challenge the status quo or just tweak it? This isn't just a debate, it has real consequences, especially for young men. For some, it's a matter of life and death, not just words. The military draft is a glaring example. In most countries, only men are called upon to risk everything. That's a reality that can't be ignored. That's a double standard hiding in the plain sight, shaping lives and futures in ways we rarely discuss. So what does equality really mean if we only want the benefits, not the burdens? Maybe it's time to ask ourselves if we're ready for true equality, with everything it brings. Conscription, the draft, is the government's ultimate power move. It's the state saying, your life is ours now. In most countries, only men are drafted. We say gender shouldn't matter. But when it comes to war, suddenly it does. This isn't a minor detail, it's a fundamental inequality. The message: when things get bad, men are expendable. It's a burden assigned at birth, not a privilege. While we debate equality everywhere else, this massive inequality sits untouched. We argue about pay gaps, but ignore that only men can be forced to fight and die. Is our commitment to equality real, or just a slogan? If equality matters, why does this double standard persist? The draft exposes the limits of our so-called progress. It's time to question what equality really means. The idea of men as warriors is ancient, woven into the very fabric of human history and myth. For thousands of years, societies have celebrated the image of the male fighter, the protector, the one who stands between danger and safety. Think Roman legions, samurai, knights, icons of strength and valor immortalized in art and legend. For centuries, men were expected to fight because survival depended on brute strength and physical courage. The fate of entire civilizations often rested on the shoulders of their warriors. But that world is gone. The landscape of conflict has changed beyond recognition. Modern warfare is about intelligence, technology, and skill, not just muscle. Today's battles are often fought with computers and code, not swords and shields. Today, operating a drone or analyzing data has nothing to do with gender. Men and women serve side by side, their contributions equally vital, yet the old man as warrior idea lingers in our laws and culture, shaping expectations and responsibilities. We're stuck with outdated gender roles, even as the battlefield changes and technology evolves. This tradition is comfortable, but it's out of place in a society that claims to value equality and fairness for all. Why do we cling to it? Is it nostalgia, fear, or simply habit? The hardware of war has changed, but our thinking hasn't kept pace. If we want real equality, we need to update more than just our technology. We must update our mindset and our laws. The draft is a relic of a world that no longer exists, a holdover from a different era. It's time to rethink who bears the burden of national defense and to ask if our traditions truly serve us today. This isn't just an American issue, it's global. In most countries with conscription, only men are required to serve. South Korea, Russia, Brazil, Switzerland, Austria, the pattern is the same. But there are exceptions. Norway made its draft gender-neutral in 2015. Israel drafts both men and women, but men serve longer and face more risk. Even in progressive countries, men still bear the heavier burden. These examples prove it's possible to include women, but old ideas persist. The world talks about gender equality, but when it comes to sacrifice, it's still mostly sons, not daughters, who are called. The double standard is everywhere, just beneath the surface. True equality means equal obligations, not just equal opportunities. Until then, the draft remains a global contradiction. Are we ready to face it? In the US, the draft isn't currently active, but the selective service system is very much alive and mandatory for millions. Every male citizen is required to register at 18. No choice, no exceptions, no matter their background or beliefs. Women, on the other hand, aren't even allowed to register, regardless of their willingness or ability to serve. If a guy doesn't sign up, he risks losing out on student aid, government jobs, and even the chance to get a driver's license in some states. It's a felony, technically, to skip it, potentially carrying fines or even jail time, though prosecutions are rare. The message is clear. From age 18, men have a legal burden that women simply don't share in this country. This creates two classes of citizens, one with a life or death responsibility and one without that looming obligation. Millions of young men live with this shadow over their futures while their female peers move forward without it. It's a stark reminder, even in a country that claims equality for all, the law still draws a line between the sexes. The selective service is more than just paperwork. It's a symbol of unequal citizenship and a legacy of old ideas. If we truly value equality, why do we keep this system in place year after year? The question lingers: who really carries the weight of national defense, and is it fair to keep it this way? Feminism has opened doors for women: voting, education, careers, even combat roles. The fight has been for equal rights, but not always for equal obligations. There's little push for women to share the burden of the draft. The focus is on opportunity, not sacrifice. Mainstream feminism is mostly silent on including women in selective service. This creates selective equality, rights without matching responsibilities. True equality means sharing both the privileges and the burdens. If we want real progress, we can't ignore the hard parts. Shouldn't equality include both rights and duties? After women gained access to all combat roles, Congress debated including them in the draft. Proposals came from both parties, but always stalled. Some oppose it for traditional reasons, protecting women. Others want to abolish the draft for everyone. The result? Gridlock. The male-only draft has been ruled unconstitutional, but nothing changes. Young men still bear the burden, while politicians avoid tough decisions. We are stuck between outdated tradition and a future we're afraid to embrace. The arguments for drafting women are about fairness, equal citizens, equal duties. Exempting women says they're not truly equal. Including women doubles the talent pool and makes war a shared sacrifice. If everyone's at risk, leaders might think twice before going to war. On the other side, some worry about practical issues: standards, cohesion, privacy. Others argue men are natural protectors, and sending women to fight breaks a social contract. Is forcing women to fight progress, or a step backward? The debate is fierce, but the core question remains: what does equality demand? Should sacrifice be shared, or is it society's job to shield women? The answer defines what kind of equality we really want. The draft's burden doesn't fall equally on all men. The rich and powerful usually find ways out. It's working class and minority men who get called up. For them, the draft isn't theory, it's a threat to their future. The male-only draft deepens class and race divides. The most vulnerable men pay the highest price. By exempting women, we shift the burden onto those with the least power. The system protects the privileged and sacrifices the rest. Is that the equality we want to celebrate? Hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep making thought-provoking videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So what kind of equality do we really want? Real equality means sharing both rights and responsibilities. Keeping the draft for men only is a contradiction in a society that claims progress. It says men are disposable, their future's conditional. We can't have it both ways. Either the draft applies to everyone or to no one. Norway made it equal. We could too, or we could abolish it for all. What we can't do is keep pretending this system is fair. The choice is clear: share the burden or end it. Is it fair to force only men to carry this weight? If we're serious about equality, it's time to act, not just talk.